Hello and welcome back. Now that we've got Node-RED up and running, let's get ourselves familiar by tinkering with a couple of the fundamental nodes you'll use in most of your projects, the inject and debug nodes. So first thing, let's go ahead and as you can see here, we've got the interface up. Let's grab this inject node here on the left. It should be pretty much always on the top. Now, if anything is collapsed for some reason, it's under common. So go ahead and drag that inject node in, just like so. Now let's drag in the debug node. Perfect. And then we just click right here and drag a connector between the two. So let's go ahead and deploy and take a look at what it does. So what we can do is click on this little button here. And as you can see, it inserts a timestamp. Now what else I can do is disable this debug node and deploy, and hit the same button. As you can see, nothing comes out. So we'll go ahead and re-enable that and deploy. So let's take a look in this timestamp node by double-clicking on it. As you can see, we can choose what to inject. So we could, for instance, change message.topic here to time. Let's click on done, and then let's click on our debug node. As you can see, it's looking for message.payload, so it's not going to see message.topic. So what we can do is either change it to message.topic, just like so. Let's try that, done, and deploy, and click. As you can see now, we have our time string here. You can also click on complete message object, done, and deploy. And click insert just like so. As you can see, we have a full message object here. This is a JSON object, and you can access these items independently as you need to. So what we can also do is, as you can see, whenever I click insert, this is collapsed. You can expand, and you can pin whatever it is you want to always show. So I can say pin that open just like so, click on this little pin there, and click again, and it will always display opened. So now let's take a look at one more feature of this debug node here. Let's go ahead and use an expression. So I can click on these dots here to expand that. And as you can see, we've got a lot of functions we can potentially use here. These functions are started with a $sign. So what we can do to test is we just head up here, and we can use that function length, and then what we want is the length of the payload. So we just type payload here. As you can see, we now have a length of our payload, hello world. So that's great. So let's go ahead and try this. I'll press done here and press done and deploy, and let's see what happens here. All right, as you can see, that did not work. So although it worked in testing, we do need to add the message.payload first of all. Let's go ahead and deploy that. Let's run again. And we've still got an issue. So what's going on here is this message.payload is actually a number, and the length function is looking for a string. So if I just convert this message.payload to a string just like so, as you can see here, we've actually got a function run on message.payload to convert it to a string, and then we've got a length here to convert that. So let's deploy that and run it again, and perfect. So that's a pretty quick run through of how you can utilize this debug node to display what you need to display and figure out when you are having issues. There's a good chance you're going to utilize these skills throughout this course. So let's go ahead and change this output back to message. And we're going to call that message.payload, just like so. And done, deploy. Let's run our timestamp again. And we've got our timestamp back to the way it was. So go ahead and mark this lesson complete. Come on back to the next one, and let's do something a little more interesting.